Hi everyone, I'm Tanaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of May 15th. So May 15th, 16th, that'll depend on your time zone, we had that blood moon eclipse. This eclipse was all about endings, closure, reaching some sort of completion point to a chapter in your life. We are still very much working with this eclipse energy. Eclipses are powerful. We can feel them up for a month, sometimes even longer. And in fact, this eclipse is working in tandem with the blood moon eclipse that we have in November. So the two of these eclipses will work together. There's more to the story. It will come in November. However, as we kind of get to the end of this month and get to that next new moon, the eclipse energies will fade. They'll go into the background. It's not, if you're feeling the intensity of the eclipses, you don't have to worry. It's not going to feel this way all through till November. The energies are starting to fade. They'll kind of linger in the background of our lives. If a transformation has happened for you under this eclipse, also by the end of the month, you should be feeling a little bit more settled, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more stable. So the end is in sight for this eclipse energy. Following this eclipse on the 16th, 17th, the sun actually aligns with a fixed star known as Algol. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's Algol. In astrology, this star has a pretty negative reputation actually, but when I was looking into the deeper meaning behind this star, I think it has a very powerful message for us this week. If you want to know more about Algol, why it has such a bad reputation, you want to dive deeper, I wrote a whole article about it. I will drop a link in the description box below. You can also find it at foreverconscious.com. But one of the things with this star, and I think it kind of ties into the eclipse, so as the sun crosses any fixed star in our sky, or any planet for that matter, it activates its energy. So we get an activation of this Algol energy on the 16th, 17th, and this is really about finding our power through every transformation, becoming stronger through every transformation. Life is a constant cycle of death and rebirth, but on each rebirth, we find a new strength, a higher strength, a tougher strength. Sometimes the strength is a guard and an armor, and another time it's sort of like compassionate, almost like broken down strength. But each time we build and we find a new strength. And that's really what I think the energy of Algol can help us to do. So if you have gone through a tough transformation under this eclipse, or even prior to this eclipse, this energy is it's a cool time to kind of sit with yourself and ask yourself, how have I become stronger? What are some ways that I have built my strength, built my resilience? I guarantee there are going to be answers to those questions if you sit and reflect on them. Also this week on May 20th, the sun will move into Gemini. So we're shifting out of earthy Taurus energy into air sign Gemini energy. So when that happens, when we're moving from an earth sign to an air sign, energy starts rising. Our lower chakras, which have been very activated under that earthy Taurus energy, which is all about stability and grounding and finding our center, those chakras have been activated in Taurus season, and now our higher chakras will start to be activated. So that's our mind, our thinking, our intuition. So we're going to feel that shift in energy as we get into Gemini season. Excuse me. Gemini season is also brings the activation of the Pleiades portal. And this is because the Pleiades sit between that cusp between Taurus season and Gemini. So again, when the sun crosses over the Pleiades, we are getting an activation of its energy. The Pleiades is a very high vibrational healing energy. So in the start of the week, we're kind of thinking about how have I rebirthed myself? How have I become stronger through each rebirth? And then by the end of the week, we have some beautiful healing energy coming in from this portal. If you want to know more about how to work with this portal, if you feel connected connected to the Pleiadians, I will drop a link below. I've written an article. It comes with a channeled message. Feel free to check that out. So we have a lot of galactic activations happening this week. I actually think it will be a welcome change of pace from all of this sort of strong lunar energy, even though yes, the full moon eclipse energy, the blood moon eclipse energy will still be very strong. We're now getting a little bit more galactic energy. All of these fixed stars, the Pleiades portal, all of that being activated is a little bit more working on a sort of subconscious, a higher level. It's a higher frequency vibration that doesn't really affect us our day to day. It's a little more subtle. It's a little more gentle. And that can kind of be nice, especially when we have all of this intense lunar energy that's been happening the last couple of weeks. So to kind of summarize, this is a good week. Well, this is really a good week to look after yourselves. Like I said, that eclipse energy is still strong, but really reflecting on how you have strengthened yourself through whatever you've moved through, focusing on those higher chakras. Gemini is a very we can get light bulb moments in Gemini season. So we want to keep our mind clear. We want to stay open to whatever downloads and inspirations that come across the airways and into our being. We want to stay open to that. And then we get this beautiful healing energy coming in at the end of the week. So again, you can find more at foreverconscious.com. Look after yourselves. Use that beautiful healing energy. Be gentle with yourselves. And have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week.